distinguished colleagues, esteemed researcher, and the honored guests. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this important gathering at the 4th International Conference on Modern Medicine and Global Health. Today, I will take you on a journey into one of the most fascinating area of biology, the battlefield within our bodies, where specialized cells serve as guides of health and resilience. By the end of this presentation, I hope to achieve three goals basically with all of you: to identify the major immune cell and their vital roles. That's first one. And then to examine cell cellular process such as phagocytosis, antigen presentation, and also apoptosis. And finally, to understand how these cells communicated and coordinate responses to protect. Okay, um, there are not abstract concepts. There are biological underpinning of therapies we relay on today, from vaccination to immunotherapies, and they hold immense implication for global health system. For the cell defender, okay, the immune system is not a simple wall of defense. Okay, it is dynamically adaptive network with a modern research increasing. Sometimes it shows us the immune dysfunction lies on the heart of many global health burden, from infectious disease like COVID-19, tuberculosis, and also HIV, to non-communicable disease such as cancer and also autoimmune disorder. Okay, understanding the cellular defenders is therefore not just an academic exercise. It is a pathway towards improving survival and health equity and also quality of life worldwide. All right, let's move on to the key immune cell. Okay, for the key immune cell, let us now meet the defenders themselves. Okay, first of all, macrophages. Okay, it acts as a sentinels and scavenger to engulf. Okay, it engulf invaders and also avoid inflammation to happen. Okay, neutrophil are the rapid response team. Okay, this rapid response team will be arriving first at infectious site. Okay, then we have dendritic. Okay, dendritic cell serve as intelligent officer. Okay, it's like an officer that present antigen to T cells. So what is T cell? T cell is diversity into helper. It regulates the killers. It ensures the balance and the precision. Okay, we also have B cell that craft antibodies and create immunology memory. Okay, we also have one more, natural killer. Natural killer, the short form of natural killer, we call it NK cell. Okay, it target infection on cells, okay, without prior sensitivity. Okay, when it has no sensitive, okay, prior sensitive, so it will act as a natural killer that targeted infectious cell. Okay, so the recent studies such as breakouts in CAR-T and also part of NK cells. NK cells is natural killer cells based on therapies and illustration how decoding of this natural function fuels innovations in personalized medicine. Okay, moving to cellular process in immunity, the real sophistication lies not just in who the defender are, but in how they operate. Okay, like for example, phagocytes allow direction of elimination of pathogens. Okay, it also part of antigen that represent connection, innate and adaptive immunity. Okay, Another example will be apoptosis. Okay, that remove, this is a cell. Okay, this is a cell that actually remove compromised cell without triggering harmful inflammation. Okay, it's called apoptosis. Okay, apoptosis. Then we have cytokine. Okay, cytokine signaling ensures effective coordination, but as seen in COVID-19, cytokine storms when misregulated, it can be fatal. Okay, thus understanding this process is vital for developing therapies that can enhance the immune precision with minimizing the correlated damage that happens into the cell. Okay, let's look through how cell battles breakthrough. Okay, this cell battlefield has given rise to some of the most promising medical breakouts. Okay, it breakthroughs of our time. Okay, checkpoint inhibitor have transformed cancer outcome by weakening T cells. Okay, mRNA vaccination demonstrated how rapidly we can mobilize adaptive immunity. Okay, on a global scale. Okay, advanced in stem cell and gene editing technologies now allow us to reprogram the immune cells for therapeutic purposes. These are not just battles fought in laboratories, but they translate into life-saved pandemic control and also global health strengthening. So they are pretty much important to us. Okay, how this main cell and the function of the cell. Okay, if we step back for the immune system examples with one principle. Okay, it diverse the role, okay, unified the purposes. Okay, each cell contributes a distinct function, but none can protect the body by itself. That means none of the cell that I mentioned just now can be alone to protect the body. Okay, um, mirror of collaboration needed in the modern medicine between nation and also between disciplines and also between policies and practice. Even the cell cannot fight alone. Okay, what happened to the nation? So the nation has to come together to protect in between policies and practice. Okay, so cellular process in immunity. Let's expand a bit. Research global health crisis underscores why deeper understanding in immune processes is essential. Okay, considering antimicrobial resistance without effective immune responses, okay, infections outpace antibodies. Similarly, in global vaccination campaigns, the durable of B cells and T cells memory detection, okay, with a long term of success. So the science of immunity is therefore not confined only to lab. Okay, it directly inform the global health strategies. All right. Okay. The main function. Okay, the main function of T cells. Okay, we have CD4 helper T cell to coordinate immune activity, and then we also have, while the CD8, okay, cytotoxic T cell directly kill the effect of the cancerogenic cell. Okay, we also have B cell. B cell we differentiate into plasma cell, okay, that produce antibody and memory of the B cell to ensure long-term immunity is being protected. Then, as I mentioned, the natural killer cell, part of it to innate the immunity, okay, and detect and destroy the virus infection. Okay, can be a tumor cell, can be a cancerogenic cell without, okay, without um, any prior information that was given. Okay, so natural killer cell is actually helping a lot, okay, a lot on the function of the cell. Okay, so this immunity process cell is reliable basically specifically on the cellular process, okay, that detect, eliminate, and communicate with the threats. Okay, it also very precise. The immune response in our body is a process that very precise and also controlled uh, with effective, okay, effective method of doing it, right? So the main process, as I mentioned just now, phagocytosis, antigen, okay, apoptosis. Apoptosis will be the programmed cell, okay, cell that helps to eliminate infection and damaged cell while minimizing the inflammation and also cell communication. Okay, cytokinase, chemokinase that allow the coordination of the signal, okay, immune cell signal, and sometimes to recruit, okay, to recruit more cells. All right. So as I mentioned, the phagocytosis process, okay, it helps uh, the interaction between pathogens, okay, between pathogens, it helps the interaction with phagocytes receptor, okay, it receive it, it envelope, okay, that means phagocytes, pathogen will envelope, okay, with the help of lysosomes, okay, then digest the pathogen, okay, digest, uh, the whole process is with phagosomes. Okay, phagosomes will help. Okay, then with a major MHC, okay, major histocompatibility complex. What happened? The pathogen breaks down into the protein and other molecules. All right, then it adapt. Okay, adaptive specific immunity will happen. This is how phagocytosis happen in our body. Okay, so the viral infection targeted cell specifically, okay, and also antigen presented cell, APC, okay, will actually go through, like the viral infection targeted cell will go through until the CD8 T cell, okay, and with the antigen presenting cell will go through until the CD4 T cell. All right. Apoptosis, okay. Apoptosis is from the normal cell. Let's say we have a normal cell, okay. The cell shrink with the chromatin that is condensed. Then we have a membrane that start, okay, to have the organelles uh, reorganize, okay. That means the nucleus part and the organelle collapse. Okay, when membrane starts to make the organelles reorganize, okay, the nucleus and the organelles will collapse and the membrane continue to bleed. Okay, so apoptotic bodies will form. It becomes pieces and apoptotic bodies will form. Okay, and macrophages, um, phagostos apoptotic bodies with no inflammation will actually form. This is the process of apoptosis. Okay. Okay, let's move on finally to that conclusion, colleagues and researchers. The immune system is one of the biology's greatest lesson. Incorporate, first of all, macrophages, neutrophils, dendritic cells, T cells, B cells, NK cells together remind us that survival depending on diversity, coordination, and adaptability. Okay, and we reflect on the immune system wisdom. Okay, let us extend this principle to the global health. Okay, unity across border, okay, coordinated action in crisis, and also adaptability in the face of emerging, right, threat. And to borrow the word from my final slide, the immune system is not just a defense, it is a living story of cooperation among cells. May this story inspire us as we continue our shared mission, okay, in advancing modern medicine and strengthening the global health. Thank you very much.